Welcome back to this week's episode of The Kitchen. We are excited to have you. This week, kind of like last week, we want to just have a little team meeting and talk about our 2024 goals, personal and business, some of the things we're excited about this year, some of the things we're working on this year. Just kind of let you guys be a part of this conversation, if that's something you want to be a part of. Have some big things in the works, talk about coaching programs, weddings, events, personal goals, diet goals, big goals. We're very, very excited for this year. So without further ado, let's cook.
Living in a daydream, ooh, such a sweet thing. Life on the big screen, it's such a beautiful scene, yeah.
Hello, Jacob.
Happy New Year.
Hello. Gosh, this echoey garage.
Yeah.
I started to really notice it in the last episode. It's very echoey.
Because if I talk quiet, it's not as bad, but then no one wants to listen to like an ASMR podcast.
And it's just kind of like when you're quiet, it's depressing because we just
I
kind of
want to
start
talk
talking
my
like
natural.
this. Same. I would love to be able to just talk like this, you know?
I
Just
know.
a little more character to
We'll
the
get there,
voice.
you guys.
I mean,
2024 goal number 1 is get a new space.
get our own studio.
Yeah.
Because every time we come in here, number one, it's
Recording in a
always
garage.
sub 60 degrees.
You heat it up before I
It's
arrived,
freezing.
and it's already back to
It's
frozen.
freezing.
Yeah.
And number two, it's always arranged in a different way. So we have to go find things and
Freaking Landon, dude.
It's a maze every single time. So
Yeah.
goal for 2024. Get our own
Get
studio.
a space.
Doesn't have to be this big, but we can
Be
just get
awesome to have our own space, man.
It would.
Just for podcasting and editing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys, in this episode, we don't really know. We definitely want to talk.
It's funny, if I may interject, in our last episode, we said in 2024, we were going to try to become a little more professional.
Starting after this.
Starting off, zero direction in
Okay,
this podcast.
in our defense, we have out of nowhere a huge gig for New Year's Eve, and so
Which already happened when you're listening to this.
So this is being recorded pre-New Year's Eve, and we were planning on this whole week being off, and then now 4 days are consumed.
Yeah.
So we will be more structured, but we also like kind of being transparent and vulnerable and kind of off script.
Yeah.
So we thought in this episode we would just talk more about kind of our vision for 2024, because it's always evolving. But I feel like we're starting to get clarity. So this is kind of more of a Runway Vows CEO team meeting
But
that you guys can listen in on, because a lot of this we haven't even discussed yet.
yeah.
So this will be interesting.
And hopefully this is also, has a theme of
Yeah.
what should other videographers maybe
Yeah.
have their sights set on in 2024.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk about what pieces of gear we should be looking
Yeah.
at, what
Yeah.
styles of shooting
Yeah.
we should be looking to incorporate.
So yeah, let's just dive into it. We're really excited about 2024 this year. 2023 was amazing.
Yeah.
And I feel like, if anything, 2024 of a much more structured mindset of
Right.
exactly what we want to do this year. We learned last year to not bite off more than you can chew, which we definitely
We
did.
did.
And surprisingly, we still pulled it off. But this year we want to do less, but go a lot more on those things. Starting with the Champagne Club, which we talked about. If Champagne Club isn't launching today, it either already launched or is about to launch. But for the first 3 months of this year, we're starting the Champagne Club, which we talked about in 2 episodes ago, is a personalized one-on-one coaching program, 20 members only, 3-month curriculum with a graduation. And so one of our goals for this year is, if that goes really well this quarter, to do it every 3 months with a new class.
It's a quarterly thing.
So that's kind of like our big goal for this year. Last year it was courses. This year it's personalized one-on-one coaching. And I feel like the reason for that is, after building a course all year and people enjoyed it, and maybe some didn't, but there's just this disconnect between that we saw between the learning and the student, because we're all in such different paths. And I think I'm letting this kind of thought evolve here.
Yeah.
So please wheel me
Just
back if I
marinate.
say something
Yeah.
controversial here.
Nothing new, by the way. If you say something controversial,
But
just let it rip. What are you trying to say, Jacob?
I'm trying to say.
Just say it.
I'm trying to say. I feel
We're deleting our course.
I feel like the reason a lot of the industry, the educational industry, is hated on is because courses, because it's a script given to everybody, everyone gets the same content.
Right.
It by its nature turns everybody into the same thing, right?
Yeah.
We don't have to get political here, but think of the Board of Education. There's one blanket curriculum, and it forces you all to think inside of a box. Our course, as cool as it is through our experience.
Our
It's through
lens.
how we do it, through the lens aside. Here's how we shoot, here's how we edit, here's our take on filmmaking, technical, yada, yada, yada. You could learn those same things from somebody else and have a whole different viewpoint.
Right.
And so whether you like it or not, a scripted curriculum course teaches you to think in a certain box. And I feel like to combat that, you and I in every course have tried to say, here's how we do it, and be more principle based so that you can kind of, here's the principle, apply it to your style, but here's how we do it.
Okay.
But more times than not, when you're buying a course, you don't really care about that principle. You just want to be told, well, what do you do?
Right.
Well, what lens do you have? And sometimes people even ask us like gimbal or handheld. And I'm like, well, it's neither and it's both.
Yeah.
It's,
It doesn't matter.
but no one likes that answer. They
Right.
want to be told,
Exactly
is it
how
handheld
to
or is
do
it gimbal? It's like, well, do you understand what each one's for?
Right.
Long rant.
It wasn't too controversial, by the way.
Okay. But I feel
Wait, there's a clapper thing on there. We should do the.
But I feel like courses put you in that box, and I feel like that's the disconnect.
Yeah.
And you and I personally, and nothing against courses, obviously we have one.
Yeah.
We come from one. But I feel like what we learned this last year in 2023 was that there's a disconnect between the education and the student. And we wanted to provide a lot more personalized option.
Yeah. Not to mention that the second you release a course, it's already outdated.
That's been frustrating as well.
That's been crazy. Yeah. The second we release like the audio course, or the drone course, or the Honeybook course, the next
The
week.
day we released Honeybook came up with an update, and
Yeah.
half the course is
Yeah.
stupid. Yeah.
That's how the story has been with most of our courses. The drone courses get released.
So then you spend your whole life updating it.
Yeah. So it's either you make one course and you say, hey, we're never going to update this. It's a one-time price, never going on sale. This is it. This is what you get. And people don't like that either because they want to always, be able to come back and kind of renew and be updated on the current thing. So yeah, the coaching program is a way for us because we like having coaching calls. We've done plenty of them this year. And we've never really had a way of following up. And if we do, it's just from their own initiative of saying, hey, I booked
In the
one.
DMs,
I
yeah.
booked one with you in July. It's now December. Can I hop on another call? And so the first 20, 30 minutes of that hour-long call is just catching up on what's happened. Whereas if there was a set curriculum,
Right.
which is what we're doing quarterly because we want to get people in and out, is if there's a set curriculum, we know where they are, we know what they've learned from us, and we don't have to worry about, trying to catch up on everything and try to troubleshoot.
And that's why we didn't want to do group calls. We wanted you to be able to join the Champagne Club and feel like you can sit down with me and Nate and literally just, here's everything. And we just take you through a 3-month masterclass of improving your business. And that way, each week, if we're not helping you, we want to know that so that we can adapt and problem solve with you and that you don't have to do it alone. Yeah. It's nothing new, but I think it was either Russell Brunson or Bridger, some sales guy said there's 3 ways of selling something, or 3 products out there: the do it yourself, do it with you, and do it for you services. And online courses are do it yourself.
Here's the
buy
product,
this,
do it.
good luck, And I think the frustration people have is that the only way to get further clarity on the course is by commenting or asking questions. And then you get a comment or a question reply back in a text bubble that usually doesn't answer your question as thoroughly as you want. Whereas a do it with you service, when we're on the ground with you, going back and forth, you can say that doesn't work for me because of X, Y, and Z. Like in my market or in my business or my brand, I don't know how to do that. Then we can actually help you. And like you said, on these one-off coaching calls we were doing, it's like, yeah, well, good luck out there. you know? So we were kind of sick of that.
Yeah.
And so we've been sitting on Champagne Club for like literally a year and a half.
Right.
And the reason we sat for so long, and we have some people who take our, like Nolan Robinson, who's paid for many calls with us, who's been waiting for this curriculum because they want something more accountable and more, designed to actually help them go from point A to point B and not just like, hope it works, hope this advice works.
Yeah.
So very excited about Champagne Club.
By the time this podcast is released, either Champagne Club is launched, or I'd say at the very least, we've released the curriculum. And that's the thing we're really excited too, is you'll know exactly what you're buying when you join.
Yep.
It's not, hey, join this, and then we're kind of planning as we go. It's, this is month 1, this is month 2, this is month 3.
And every week does have a narrative. It has it has like a set structure, but that's not to say that it won't be also a chance for the students to say like, well, from last week, because it's designed to like, we'll have a lesson today, but like school, let's talk about last week's lesson first, and let's see did it work.
Any
And
questions?
we also are assigning homework,
Yeah.
so we want you to actually be doing things proactively. So we're really excited about Champagne Club.
Yeah.
That's like the goal number 1 for 2024. Aside from like selling our course library from last year, we want to provide this coaching program and just see how it goes.
Yeah. If it goes well, which we're hoping it will, 2025,
Yes.
hoping to maybe launch a do-it-for-you service, which we've thrown out
It'll be
names.
kind of like a do it with you / do it for you.
Yeah, because nothing
There'll
is
be a lot
truly
of do it for you.
Right.
There'll be exclusive do it for you services that aren't.
But at the end of the day, we can't film for you.
Right.
We can't edit for you. But
We can do a lot of other things for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if Champagne Club goes well, which we're hopeful it will, and it's looking like it will, 2025 could have a do it for you with you service. Won't throw out the name yet because we saw from teasing the Champagne Club that the second it came out, we had who do we have? Dryden saying, "Oh yeah, well I'm going to launch Moonshine members." And then Will Sarmiento said,
Tequila time.
"Tequila, which Will is actually going to be a part of the Champagne Club.
He is,
Which I guess it's not a spoiler now.
Yeah.
Will, we had him for our workshop this past fall, and he did a live editing session.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And to this day, we still have so many messages just saying Will's presentation was mind
I
blowing.
was shocked.
Still mind blown.
Jaw dropped, dude.
Still mind blown. So
Stoked to have him.
we're recreating that in the Champagne Club for those who weren't at the workshop,
Yeah.
so they can just see the creative geniusness of Will Sarmiento live.
Yeah, but just so guys, we're so excited for Champagne Club.
So pumped.
We'll link it below. But we want it to be this club. Like literally, the word club is in there for a reason. We want it to feel this exclusive group of filmmakers who are all trying to get better.
Yeah.
And receiving personalized calls. And maybe if if people want to network with the other 20, since it is one-on-one calls, we'll have a Facebook group for you guys. We can maybe at the end of the year we'll do or at the end of the 3 months we'll do like a group call. Yeah. Everyone can meet each other. In my dream world, we do like a meetup, down the road, but we'll see how well this goes first.
Yeah.
And if it goes well, we want to in 2025 a big thing.
Yeah.
But we want to first prove we can help people.
Yep.
Through coaching.
Kind of learning from 2023, we want to prove ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of just saying we're doing a course a month.
Yeah.
We're just gonna do it quarterly and just kind of reevaluate.
Yeah. So we're excited, you guys.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing for 2024. Other things, a recent goal that we've been exploring, to not gatekeep anything, we want to also just kind of get more into the event space. Mm-hmm. We're learning that at the end of the day, we are event filmmakers who specialize in a wedding niche, right? But why not grow and become better at event filmmaking in general?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the luxury planners that we love do events more than they do weddings. And then when you go to a wedding, all of a sudden you have that same mindset of I'm an event filmmaker, and the bride and groom are VIPs of the event, and it kind of changes how you capture the event. And I think it's a healthier way to capture the event.
Yeah.
So that's one of our goals next year. We have a lot of events lined up, keynotes, launches, corporate meetings, like a lot of big things that are just going to push us to be better event filmmakers.
Yeah, it was funny. A couple months ago when we were getting our gig in April lined up, my buddy who works there, he was like, "Oh, that's so cool! You guys are coming to film." do you do events? And my first thought was, oh, not really. We do weddings. But the more I thought about it, we do events.
Yeah.
Weddings are events.
Yeah.
You're filming live bands. You're filming couples. You're filming just things in
We
real
should drop a
time.
merch line this year. Just quotes from you. Weddings are events. ATN. No, doy.
No, dude. So we're event videographers is
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say.
But it is a mindset though, like,
Yeah.
right? Like it changes how you capture it.
Yeah. So like to us, and this has been kind of just like a once we got it sort of thing. Because we've always pictured ourselves as wedding videographers, and event videographers are a different thing. But this past month, I don't remember the specific conversation of what happened. It was just there was so much buzz around the word luxury. Like, what is a luxury filmmaker? Maybe it was that Instagram post that popped off. We started really evaluating what are we?
Which, sorry, before you finish
Yeah,
this thought,
yeah.
last rant about the luxury word is that account posted every aspect of luxury vendors, from stationery to florists to food, and videographers was one of like 30 vendors they mentioned. And if you go to the comments, nobody had a problem with any other vendor other than the videographer crowd. We are all so sensitive to that word.
Yeah. You don't really hear people saying,
No.
I'm a luxury florist.
No,
I'm a florist.
we won't
who-"
get into it now.
Yeah. But that's kind of like the switch that flipped, We just said, wait, flipped that switched? Switch that flipped? I always get,
Yeah.
what were you about to say? It was going to be
I don't
controversial.
know if I should say it.
Hey, it's all right.
I'll say it. Well, I
Wait,
won't
no.
say their name. Never mind.
No, yeah, let's just keep going. But that's kind of like when we realized we're event videographers.
Yeah.
Because even before that, in our bio, we said luxury wedding filmmakers, runaway vows, and we've since changed it. We're just event videographers.
Yeah.
And we're stoked for 2024. We got some fun ones lined up.
Yeah, and-
Why not have other clients?
Yeah. So we want to add some more weddings, obviously. And one of our goals next year also is to never have a wedding that isn't behind the scenes captured.
Yeah.
So every single wedding, we want to be able to show you guys on Through the Lens how to do that. As small or big as it may be, like even the LDS market, we have a wedding coming up where it's just a local LDS temple wedding, and many of you might not even know what a temple wedding in the LDS community is or how to shoot those. But for those who want to learn how to shoot those in Utah, there's thousands of videographers.
Huge market.
We still want to have courses for every branch.
Yeah.
We also are trying to do our first Orthodox Jewish wedding next year, and our first Indian wedding next year. Which, and we're not going to make a course saying here's how you do it because it'll be our first time doing it, but the course is going to be here's how we shot our first Indian or Orthodox Jew wedding, just to watch us learn, watch us be humiliated as we learn what we don't know and have to adapt. Yeah,
That's still a goal of ours in 2024 is, bringing along 2023 with us. We still want to keep that same transparency of we're still learning. We're still adapting as we go. The market is always changing. We are too. We want to keep that transparency. This is our first Orthodox Jewish wedding.
Yeah.
Here's what happened.
Also, one of my goals is I want to second shoot for people more next year.
Oh, I love second
I want
shooting.
to go second shoot for Emma more, for Will. I just want to be, I want to be on the ground with people and learn different styles of doing it.
The trouble we have with that is that whenever we second shoot, we want to make it through the lens.
Yeah.
So if we can,
Both.
it would be great if we both show up and we both second shoot.
Yeah.
We kind of take turns
Like
doing
we
it
did
through
with
the
Emma.
lens.
This
And
is awesome.
Yeah, like what we did with Emma. That would be ideal. Like with Fiore Films, 31
Yeah.
Films,
Yep.
Film Poets, Larev, if they ever shoot something that's not NDA,
Yeah. Probably won't.
probably won't.
Yeah.
Shooting one with Adam would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, second shooting would be really fun.
Yeah.
Which
That'd
is
be
funny
awesome.
because a lot of people don't have that goal. They don't see the value in second shooting.
For me, it's like a mentorship.
I
call.
love second
Like,
shooting.
it's just like I get to actually, yeah.
You just learn from other people.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot going on next year. Definitely. So, Champagne Club, events. We want to do a lot more events. We're doing a few in January and then that one in Florida. But just kind of trying to do more of those things. Oh, something we didn't talk about last week was Mike Villa.
Oh,
That's the we
gosh,
forgot.
dang it, Mike. We forgot Mike.
But we know Mike, so
Yeah,
that's
we
why.
know Mike.
We had
Sorry,
already
Mike.
met Mike.
Yeah.
So, but love
you
that
shot
guy.
with him like 2 days later. Yeah, we love Mike.
Love
Sorry,
him.
Mike. I wonder if you
But
listen
he
to
does a
this.
lot of events and
Yeah.
corporate stuff, and
Yeah.
so excited to do that. Workshops this year.
Yeah.
We're speaking at a few
Island.
and hosting our own. Excited. Those are just awesome. Those are so cool to
Yeah.
meet people and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like also like just putting more into our relationships we have
Uh-huh.
and wanting to develop more relations with the people.
I think in that vein, hopefully this doesn't come off wrong, but maybe our biggest goal is
Saying no to people.
exactly.
was that
yeah,
you say?
that's what I was about to say. Is saying no to people.
Yeah.
We said yes to basically everything under the sun in 2023
We
and
said yes to
2022.
everything.
We said yes to everything, and you realize pretty soon that when you say yes to everything, you can't give everything you have to those things, and you know we don't regret it in any way. They've all led to serious connections that we
amazing.
love with
Yeah.
great people, but there comes a time when we just kind of have to focus on what we need to focus on. And if we've said yes to a million different things, we can't do that. So we're really trying to focus on saying, hey, love this opportunity. Thank you for thinking of us. Unfortunately, like we have to do this.
Yeah, it's that book essentialism is the power of saying no.
Yeah.
And ultimately the hope is that people respect you more for that because they know you're trying to focus on other things.
Which I think they do. I think they do.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely have felt that last year in 2023 is putting 10% in 10 different directions. And this year we really want to put 100% into one direction.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're definitely saying no a lot more.
Yeah. Doesn't mean we don't love you.
No,
It's just, it's our brand.
the
You
opposite.
know, it's our
We're
company.
saying no because we love you.
Yes. If we work with you, it's because we are 100% with you.
And if we say yes to you, you are in. we
We
love you.
Come on over to our houses and we'll make brisket and bread.
Yeah. No, but like the principle is to be a lot more
Yeah.
intentional about the projects. If we're helping everybody else, but we just take a hit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So saying no to people, I guess, to things, just saying no in general.
Yeah.
That's a big goal of ours. What about gear wise?
Oh yeah, we added a fourth camera finally, which you will have your part like finally. But we officially have 4 cameras now.
Right.
And I think we'd like to add maybe a 5th one, just to kind of get a lot more creative with our ceremonies. I love how Andrew Guilford shoots a ceremony. I love how Ray Roman shoots a ceremony. Just so many fun camera angles and just capturing a lot of different emotions. You know, like having a camera on the parents at all times.
So many cameras.
Gear wise, I think we just want to be a lot more. I think we've finally perfected 3 cameras. Every camera has a very designated role, like a team member almost. And now we're not just adding a 4th camera to say we have a 4th camera. It's because we have a very specific role that 4th camera is going to fill for us. And then same with the 5th camera, ideally this year.
Yeah.
Technically 6 cameras because we usually have a drone
Drone.
for the ceremony as well. So
Yeah. Kind of
Yeah.
helps us not stay in like the same routine.
Yeah.
Because we just
but still minimal.
still minimal.
I sold a C70 this last week and bought an R8. So now we both have a C70 and an R8.
Yep.
R8 again, really just for ceremony and speeches, right?
Yeah.
Shoots 4K, 60, full frame, records past 30 minutes. C-Log 3, don't really care a whole
Probably
lot
just
about
shooting
that.
standard. Yeah.
Probably shooting standard. But it's really small. It's like a Mark IV.
Super easy
You know,
to
it's
travel with.
tiny. And so I think our number one goal is to still travel as light as possible. We loved it. I've loved it.
Yeah, it's a nice little camera. And
Oh, we bought the Godox, the Zion. I don't even know what it's called. It's the Zion Light.
the
new
yeah,
one.
Yeah. And we bought some Amaran 60Xs.
So we're gonna minimize our lighting setup a little bit better as well.
Yep.
And also get better at lighting.
Yeah,
for sure. That's a goal.
Definitely. Yeah, lighting's a big one. In terms of lenses, we are really
Trying
want
to make the push to RF.
Yeah, we really want those RF lenses. So it's this fine balance of
Nate's gonna buy me a 50
you know,
for a New Year's gift.
I was looking around Facebook Marketplace the other day and I found a fantastic Canon 50 EF for $700 if you want to save the company $2,000.
No, I don't.
That'd be nice.
I need the RF 50.
80-20 here.
Yeah. Honestly, actually, I love that lens.
That's
so.
a beautiful. That's like.
But he's probably selling it for the
JWF.
same reason I'm selling it, is because the focus sucks.
No, he said perfect condition.
I'm sure he said that when he's trying to sell it to you.
Probably. But yeah, we love RF
I think we just need RF for the sharpness.
because the C70 is a soft
Yeah,
sensor.
I think
Yeah.
I hate that we need it, but I think it's one of those investments.
Yeah,
We can talk about this later.
we're walking this very fine line of gear doesn't matter and it does matter because we do believe it does matter. We bought the R8s kind of as a way to say Stick it to the man. We're shooting on R8s. It's not the greatest camera. We didn't buy 2 other C70s. Gear doesn't matter. We have 2 R8s and 2
But
C70s.
when you're on the C70, the
But
lens you have
exactly,
does matter.
Exactly. So we're riding this line
Which is
of
nothing new.
Yeah.
You can buy a red camera and put a crappy soft lens on it, and the footage will look garbage.
Right.
You buy like a T2i, or I don't know, it's the T10i, whatever is out now, with a sharp cinema lens on it, and it will look amazing.
better. Yeah.
Better than the red.
Yeah.
So, with the bad lens. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. With the C70, it just needs sharp glass.
But does it? Because we shot in Vegas with the Rev in RAW with our like Sigma 18 to 35s, and it
I
looks
could still
so
tell.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're firm believers that gear does matter, but doesn't matter at the same time.
Yeah.
Your gear is your gear. It's how you use it.
Yeah, it is.
It's how you use it.
I just want the 50.
Yeah. It is a nice lens. I
is
love the
good.
RF.
Yeah.
I would love if we had the 15 to 35,
Mm-hmm.
the 50, the 85, and the
Do
7200.
7200. We'll probably buy the 7200 before we buy a 50, honestly.
Love that lens.
Yeah.
So pricey.
Yeah, it's actually the next lens we definitely have to buy is another 7200.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our, I guess probably our 2024 goal for gear.
I'm really cool with our gear. You know,
I don't see a need to update the drone or anything.
No.
I don't care about the 3 cameras.
no,
It's used for
it's all
4
relative,
shots.
man. Love our gear. Also hoping to book a few more clients. We feel like we made some amazing connections this year.
Yeah.
Another goal we have, or something that's developing, is our relationship with Weditor.
Yeah.
They've edited 2 videos for us now, and just really helping us elevate our brand. And they're becoming great friends of ours, and they're going to be sponsoring our workshop in Ireland. And so, yeah, I think just being a little bit more intentional about the edits, and 'cause I think the gear is fine. I think now it's the story that we want to tell each film, and finding kind of our lane of style in that. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's a personal goal you have, Jacob? If it's not too personal.
Well, I'm sure it'll be out by now, but be a father. I'm sure we've announced it already. If we haven't, my wife is pregnant. So a personal goal is just to be a father.
That's
be a
the
great
goal.
father. I mean, child will be, so small. So, but like just being there for my wife and my new baby, and I don't know, that's a big one.
Killing the skin to skin photo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Personal goals is just diet, bro. I gotta,
The skin to skin
but
photo.
number 1 is just being a dad.
Yeah.
Number 2 is, I think I said on the podcast a few weeks ago, I have some very specific monthly goals this next year.
Yeah.
I'm excited about.
Yeah.
How about you?
Same. Definitely
Be
with
a father?
Well,
You said same.
so
This is it. We're dads.
no, well, yeah, let me talk about that for a sec. No, I'm not a father. I'm not a father yet.
knew it.
Okay. But yeah, Kayla does listen to this podcast, so I hope you're okay with this being out to the world.
I love Kayla. She texted today. I know you want to punch Sam so bad. I'm like, oh yeah. I want to deck him in the face.
I want to punch that kid in the
Like, I'm
face.
listening to your podcast. I'm like, oh, I love you, Kayla.
No, so Kayla and I, we've been married for 2.5 years. I'm 28. Wow, we're gonna be 28, man. That's weird. In a month. So I'm just gonna start saying I'm 28 now. She's 26, and so we're kind of at that stage.
When's your
of
birthday? February.
Mine, Kayla's. Kayla's
Are you 2 years exactly apart then?
pretty much. Mine's February 10th. Hers is February 12th. So yeah, 2 years exactly. So we've been at that stage of talking of, hey, like, when are we gonna have kids, sort of thing. Let's plan this out, and it fluctuates. But I feel like next year, and I know you hate this, but we, and this might be the only time I ever say this.
No, I'll hold back. I have so many things I want to say.
We may start. I'm trying to figure out how to word it so you don't hate it.
Remember, we have to keep a family-friendly rating here. We can say
No, I know.
trying.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
here's-
we're gonna.
Here's,
Okay,
here's my
Kayla,
thing
I'm
with
sorry if I'm turning this way too too awkward.
here's my issue with the word. I had an issue with that word until we got pregnant, and then it's like it just is like
How
what else do you
it?
say?
We're trying to have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is a chance.
But I hate the people all down this hill who are just like, oh, we are trying. We
Every
have
day
been
they remind
trying
you.
so hard,
And everyone
You're just
knows.
like,
You know what that's implying.
yeah. And when they're telling their grandma, you're just like,
Oh yeah. So anyway,
this is beautiful.
so there's a chance. Okay, we've thrown out the idea. Of course, you know there are some things that we would love to see happen, but not completely depend on those things. But if we did start trying to have a baby this next year for a 2025 baby, I would love to be in the best shape I've ever been in. Okay. Now, I say that because metabolically, I have
Don't know what that word means.
internal health. Let's say that. Okay. I have asthma, I have eczema, I have allergies. I have some cards stacked against me. And if there's any way to push the cards a little more in my favor to not pass some of those things on to my kid, I would love to have that happen. So I would love to be in the best shape
I didn't know you had asthma.
possible. Yeah, I've got asthma.
Did I know that? I knew that.
Maybe you didn't because
Why
it's
don't you use your
it's
inhaler?
because I'm not Samuel.
Bro, I want there to just be awkward moments in this podcast where we just start each other and just go, please bring it.
No, I haven't used my inhaler for years. I had asthma growing up.
Got some daddy lungs.
I got some big boy lungs.
Yeah.
I had asthma, kind of like asthma, allergies. They all kind of are really bad.
Wait, does Sam have asthma?
No, I was just saying if Sam had asthma, we would all know about it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
Whole
mean?
personality.
Yeah, you would only talk about it.
I'm going to punch him in the
Yeah,
face.
you didn't even know I had. So all growing up until I think I was like 14 or 15, I had really bad asthma, really bad food allergies. And then I started kind of growing out of some. Like I was allergic to eggs. I was allergic to just dairy. And I grew out of those. Okay. And as a part of that, asthma kind of went away for like 10 years. And it started coming back when I was like 22, 23 for some reason. And so it's still there. And usually when it's cold outside and like if I go for a run, like I can really, I start wheezing.
Interesting.
So just the fact I grew out of it once, like I would love to just kind of, in any way, if I can stack the cards in my favor, if it is possible. Like I know that's not how it works all the time, but it can't hurt.
Yeah.
So that's a big one for me is just
Getting good
getting
shape.
in the best shape I've ever been in for if that day comes.
That hurts me because I feel like you're already in perfect shape. So if you have like this goal that's going to take a whole year, I'm like, well, then I'm like, I'm way behind.
We're talking about two different things that like you don't have.
Metabolically.
But I guess as a result,
I do
hopefully
have perfect
the physical
metabolics.
Yeah, you don't have any issues metabolically,
Just crippling addictions to bad food.
which blows my mind how you don't have any issues because of it.
Yeah.
I envy that.
It's like drinking hose water and dirt. Like it just makes you actually better in the long run. If you just down donuts every day, your body has to fight harder to be alive.
it's fighting.
If you feed it vegetables and fruit, it's like, oh, this is a cakewalk.
It's easy. The
and then
second
the
you go
smallest
outside-
little cashew comes along, it's like, oh my gosh. But it's like if I'm being fed just junk food all day, my body has to work.
Sometimes I feel like that logic, even though it is
As I say it,
flawed,
kinda makes
kinda makes sense. Yeah. Well, no, there's
It's like when Andy sneezes on Dwight's piece of toast and he eats it to build his immune system. It kind of makes sense.
Well, so outside of the U.S., like nobody has allergies pretty much. When I lived in Bolivia, they all made fun of us Americans because like you meet them, you say, hey, like, oh, they know you're American first off. And then they ask like, oh, do you have allergies? And you're like, yeah. Are you allergic to peanuts, little guy? And I'm like, yeah.
Can't have seafood.
And it's because everyone in like these third world countries or, you know, places where it's not America,
Why is that?
they just, so there's something fascinating. It's called the hygiene hypothesis that somewhere in the 20th century, when we really started becoming like clean and chemicals and things like that, we started protecting our babies so much from being exposed
I've
to
heard
things
this before, yeah.
that
Interesting theory.
through those years of growing up, they weren't exposed, so that by the time they are exposed to it, your immune system doesn't know how to react, so it
Makes
attacks
sense.
it.
So to counter that, drink soda, Oreos, eat
Exactly.
the junk food
Eat
so your
dirt.
body has to work double time to stay
Hose
alive.
water. Yeah. Yep.
But I think once you hit a certain age, stop doing that because it will kill you.
Once you hit
But I'm
mature
27. I'm
years.
chilling. Yeah, I'm chilling. Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, that's just a personal.
to getting fit.
Well, I've got the finger. I'm sure you would love that.
Yeah.
I'd also love to read more. I feel like this past month I've been focusing on trying to replace scrolling with reading, and I'm happier. I feel like I learn more.
I
and
do want
just-
to read more.
I just it's just good to get involved
Yeah.
in something that's I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I deleted TikTok almost 3 months ago now. And
Do you
I,
still not have it on your phone? Wow. So everyone send Jake your funniest TikToks to try to break him.
When it gets inconvenient when someone sends a TikTok, like a text, and I have to
Yeah.
like open it through Safari and watch it,
Yeah.
that's always tempting. But like truly, I don't think
You don't
about
miss
it
it?
anymore.
You don't miss it?
I have replaced it with Instagram memes,
Those are funny.
but like I'm already on Instagram, so I don't know. I just
Do you have Snapchat?
no,
Snapchat was the one thing I deleted. I've never thought twice about
I
it.
never.
I just couldn't care
I
less about
deleted
it.
it. Yeah. It is our the next generation's like
Snapchat.
iMessage, but yeah. So I do. I would love to read more. I want to cook more.
Exactly.
I want
yeah.
to get really good at cooking. I want to understand like food theory more than I
Yeah.
actually care to like, because I can follow,
Follow
a recipe,
recipes.
but I want to like learn food theory and like actually be able to cook. I haven't cooked in like 2 months because Kenzie
Gets
the
nauseous.
smells. Yeah. But I do want to cook better and just be understanding more of food.
Right.
Reading, fitness is like seriously, fitness is like my number one goal.
Yeah.
I want to get my diet honed in.
Yeah.
And I was listening to Alan, what's his name? Hold up.
Podcast?
Reacher. Hold on, it's worth it. Alan Richardson. He plays
Richardson?
Jack. Alan Richardson.
Richardson.
He plays Jack Reacher in that new TV show.
Oh.
You know who that guy is?
Yeah, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
massive.
Show me a picture.
That guy.
Holy.
He's like 6'3".
Oh my
He's
gosh.
like he's huge.
He's on the juice though.
No.
What?
He's
Wait, let me see that.
He's a monster. Yeah. He's just a huge fitness guy. Just always been huge.
No, yeah, that's that looks
So I was listening to
amazing.
him on Jimmy Fallon or something, and
Jeez.
he's like, his take, and you've told me this before, but his take is like, don't punish yourself with fitness because you'll just hate it.
Yeah.
And so they were asking about like his cheat days. He's like, I don't have cheat days. He's like, I just know what I have to put in at the gym,
Yeah.
and I know what I want to put in the kitchen to make the gym better for me.
Yeah.
His but last night went out with the team, had a huge milkshake, and it was
Right.
like and pizza. I didn't think anything of it.
Right.
And he's like, but I also knew I was eating that. I'm gonna work it off tomorrow. You know what I mean? But he's like, I don't like. He's like, if I put myself on this diet, I just want to die, and I hate it. And then that one day I get to eat, I just chase that feeling, and I don't want to chase that feeling. I want to chase the good feeling of just balance. You know.
Yeah.
But if you take that principle too far, which I usually do, I just eat whatever I want and think, oh, I'm just gonna work out. You know.
Yeah.
So I still want to be a lot smarter about my diet, but I don't want to be one of those people who like never has fun and is that guy in the friend group who just will never eat a single Oreo. You know what I mean? I want to understand food better, how my body reacts better in the gym and in the kitchen, so that way like I feel
In the kitchen.
here we are. That way I can actually
Yeah.
optimize my results.
Yeah. No, it's a great
But
principle.
that is number one goal.
That's a great principle. I mean, I was just thinking this the other day, mainly because the past 2 weeks I've just been eating like garbage.
Me too.
Just whatever I want.
Trash.
Definitely put on some pounds. But I had this thought like, if you work out really hard, and you're eating, like it gives you a lot of flexibility. Like if you're going to the gym and train, I think what the problem is if someone is just eating whatever they want and they're eating like garbage and they still think, oh, I'll just go to the gym and work it off, that can work for so long. Like that can work for a very long time. But the problem is one will usually win. You'll either just say, I'm going to give up the diet and just do the gym, or I'm going to give up the gym, just let loose on the diet and just keep eating junk.
Yeah, my favorite month this year was when I was eating chicken, eggs, and steak.
Yeah.
Consistently for like a month and vegetables for like a month and working out hard because my workouts were more effective because my body had a lot better fuel to work off of.
Yep.
And then the months where I was like not really caring about my diet but working out just as hard, I just couldn't do as much and I could feel it wasn't as effective because my body didn't have the right fuel.
Yeah.
So I want to hone that in. It's hard, but like It's just discipline at the end of the
it
day.
is. It is.
So that's a
But
good big goal.
yeah, but just
I want to feel good.
yeah, I wish more people just like understood you can still eat what you want. Just again, it's just the 80-20 rule.
Yeah.
80% of your meals should be protein. Eat your carbs, please.
Yeah.
Bothers me when people don't eat carbs. Kills me. I'll talk about that on a later one, but eat your carbs. Like 80-20.
Yeah.
20% could just be junk food.
Yeah.
I learned this for all of my college career. Yeah, what time is it? How you doing?
2:30.
How you doing? Do you gotta leave?
Yeah.
During college, I did intermittent fasting. I did intermittent fasting for like 6 years, and it was great for college. I'm not hating on it. I'm also not a huge advocate of it anymore because it has its time and a place. For me, it was great for just having some set schedule because as a college student, you don't know when you're going to bed, you don't know when you're waking up. It fluctuates every day. So just having a set eating schedule was nice to fall back on. But at the end of the day, its biggest strength is helping you like stay lean.
Yeah.
And you just aren't hungry all the time, which I really enjoyed. Yeah, there were 3 specific times that I remember eating a whole pizza, sometime like a pizza and a half. Yeah. And I remember it was late at night, past my intermittent fasting window. And I remember thinking, oh, I know how I'm going to feel tomorrow. I know how I'm going to look. I'm going to feel gross. I'm going to look fat. I'm going to be able to see it in my face. And every single time, I guess those 3 instances, I woke up the next day and I felt so good because I was just, my body was needing fuel.
Yeah.
And I woke up and I looked filled out and I felt amazing. My workouts were incredible. And I think that was the first kind of awakening of intermittent fasting has its time and place, but your body just needs fuel sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, same principle as education. Like, I think people think that one program works for everybody.
Yeah.
And some people just might have better programs.
Yeah. Just listen to your body.
One of my big things next year, I am going to focus a lot more on water. I'm giving up pretty much everything that's not water.
Dude, water.
I'm only going to drink water. Even in the morning, I just want to get crisp water in the morning and just be a lot more focused on water. Because when I did that this year, I felt great. And the last like month, I've been drinking soda like crazy. Yeah. And I just feel it in my body. I don't sleep as well. I don't wake up as easy. My face feels puffy. Like I don't know. I want to get back to just water.
Yeah.
For everything.
Yeah.
With the exception of when I'm in the movie theater, I will drink a Coke.
Movie theater soda.
Only movie
hits.
theater.
Yeah.
I'll drink. I can't watch a movie without a popcorn and a soda.
Popcorn and a Coke.
Yeah.
You do see a lot of movies though.
I do. I'm there every single
That's
day.
the loophole.
Nah, all the good movies are coming out this month, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for you. You're going to be.
Yeah, so fitness, big one. Being a dad, reading, water.
I think being a dad is a big goal of its own. It could take up.
It's a little scary. I'm really excited though. I've been waiting for it for my whole life. So it's always been in the plans. It's always been a goal. It's always been something I'm just hyped about.
Yeah.
I just can't wait. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah. So excited.
Yeah.
And then you got to get pregnant so we can marry our houses and continue our vows forever.
I guess I'll just tell Kayla it's for the biz.
It's for the biz,
It's for
babe.
the business. Come on.
Our kids grew up so like
How did this happen?
you guys were set up. It's mainly for me and Nate. We wanted to build a little
Family
house of
compound.
Smash.
The house.
That's what we got to do some Smash this week.
You have my controller still.
The orange one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I almost bought a Switch.
Really for Christmas?
But then I was just like, I just know.
It's not that expensive.
I know, but here I am saying how much I want to, read a little more. If I buy a Switch,
You won't. I truly, since we play, I don't play anymore without you. It's just not fun.
Yeah.
I had my gaming alone era,
Yeah.
but the Switch, it forces you to be with people.
Yeah, it does.
The online system just sucks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Which we're still waiting for some challengers.
Yeah. Come on.
Come on, link below.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to play. Anyway, excited for this year, Nathan.
Yeah.
A lot going on, you guys. Again, links to Champagne Club below. Would love for you to be one of the 20 people, unless it's already sold out. I'm not sure
We have no idea.
what our timeline is here. A lot of big things this year. Really excited. We want to create a better, more thriving community. I mean, we've talked about our goals for even just our Facebook groups and our Instagram. We want to be a lot more active and create a more palpable community.
Palpable is a good word. A palpable community.
Have you seen Aquila and the Bee?
What?
Aquila and the Bee. It's a movie you should watch.
Aquila and the Bee.
Yeah, it's a movie you should
I
watch.
think I have
Spelling
actually.
Bee movie.
The Spelling Bee, right? Yeah. I have seen that a long time ago.
It's one of my favorites.
I don't remember anything about it. I know
It's
I've
one
seen
of my
it though.
favorites.
Really?
Yeah. Prestidigitation. I don't know. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching and listening. Like, subscribe, give us a follow. It helps us out. So.
Are we gonna pick up the kind of like written by you series?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's alive
Like
and well.
but next week.
We're taking like about a
Should we do
month
that
off
next
of
week?
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll take
So
like a
submit
month
your
off from it.
stories.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. I want to bring on like Lindsay and Cherish and like people who are just
Yeah.
like so like luxury and just have them read these graphic, horrific stories and have them just react to it
Just break
blindly.
character.
Yeah, I want it so bad. So that's gonna be coming up soon. Maybe we should do that with somebody.
That would be fun.
That'd be funny. We should do it with Emma first
Oh my
because
gosh.
she wouldn't be able to handle it.
That'd be so fun.
This
I can
is
already
so
hear the
off-brand.
high pitched voice. Yeah.
This is so bad.
Emma just loves.
I just love you
She has
guys.
worked so hard to build her brand and for us to just make
We're
her
gonna tear it
break
down.
character.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we love you. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.